creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
covered everything then. Great. Let's get it delivered.
Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Hope.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Good morning. Hey.
Credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is...
Hey, thanks. Risking your life to cross snowy mountains is a lot to ask of anyone. And rubbing shoulders with BTs to recover someone else's stuff, that's going above and beyond. You're one hell of a guy, seriously. Sit tight. I'll confirm the contents of your cargo right away. This is just wonderful. I can see the love and care you put into your craft. Good job finding this. Honestly, I'd already written it off as lost. There's no denying your incredible skill, and I'd like you to put...
Now displaying your current porter grade.
And now I'm fine. Accordingly, I was able to handle... Seems it was developed with the aid of an unknown technology, from what I can tell, it reacts to chiral radiation on us. The reason I mention it is because the chiral shock cannon data... So if the chiral shock cannon helps you stop, and if you can deliver my research data to South Fort Knott, you should be able to get some new and improved... There's a lot of other folks on this mountain doing specialized... If you bring them onto the chiral net... Thanks again. You've been a... I'm still concerned about the arc... Your support... Good.
Sam, apologies for the sudden call. Once again, I'm contacting you via our dedicated private line. No one else will be able to listen in on our conversation. I'll get to the point. Has Charlie ever behaved in a manner you felt was suspicious? I ask because his credibility, as routinely calculated by APAS, appears to have dropped sharply. Despite attempting to confirm his credentials via the UCA's National ID Registry, it does not appear anyone has ever actually met the man. It may well be the case that he does not even exist. A ghost, so to speak. I can only hope that my suspicions are unfounded. For now, Sam, proceed to South Fort Knott and put it on the... It is imperative that we improve the DHV Magellan's capabilities. And the sooner we connect all of us... When you are ready to proceed...
Order completed. Well done.
Unable to obtain additional data from the DHV Magellan. Updating information with the...
Order accepted. Thank you. you around?
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care. Damn.
It's hard to fall believing. It's hard to fall. So many men are losing while out there doing the proving. It's no surprise he's doing.
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Item decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Well, hazardous materials notwithstanding, I see you got here in a timely fashion. At one moment, while I confirm the cargo's condition. No damage to speak of? Thank you for transporting my cargo with care. Well now, this was not a delivery I was expecting you to bring to mind. I'm on the cusp of a breakthrough thanks to you. Go ahead and connect your queue.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
On the network at last, eh? This should enable me to increase the pace of my... As for the cargo you brought me, it's the culmination of the Phantom Smith's recent... I applied a few finishing touches, and voila! It is a devastatingly powerful weapon that can be mounted onto pickup. You'll find it deals unparalleled damage to beat, which might come in handy, since it's not just it's hard to say, but Higgs... So that's all the more reason Thank you again. I'll be sure to... I intend to look into ways of ensuring we have any assist... Oh, before you go, a gift I was instructed to... This cargo will allow you to enhance the DHV Magellan's... I'll need some time to prepare it for transport, though. I'll be sure to post the order, but...
Sam, it's me. Our enemies have grown bolder and more aggressive, but I see you were all able to fend them off in the end. Chiral network coverage now stands in excess of 85% across Australia. We are already seeing indications of plate gate formation in the near future as well. Just a bit more, Sam. I know you and your comrades will finish what we've started. And to prepare for what's to come, I encourage you to rest in your private room. Be advised, Sam, that I've switched this call to private mode. We need to talk about Charlie. I reviewed the contract between APAC and Drawbridge and followed the money. By doing so, I was able to confirm that funding for Drawbridge was provided by none other than Bridges, though they used intermediaries to obfuscate the transactions. Bridget is undoubtedly the source of your patron's funds. In other words, Drawbridge cannot be considered as an independent civilian organization. Should these details come to light, your attempts to integrate Mexico and Australia into the chiral network could be misconstrued as an expansionist effort. When I tasked Drawbridge with these missions, it was under the assumption that it was a non-government operation. But I, APAC, and you yourselves may have all been deceived. I will continue to pursue this investment.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Just like old times.
Where are we?
This place does wonders for my mood. The repairs to the DHV Magellan are still ongoing, so I thought to return here and see if I couldn't make progress with our Lou investigation.
Learn anything new?
Well, at the Motherhood's facility, we managed to confirm that Lou's original serial number was none other than BB00. And this is what I found when I attempted to search for associated records. To build the chiral network, 9 sacrificial BBs were prepared. However, the network's original design required only 1. A single sacrificial BB unit, facilitating chiral communications across the entire North American continent. This approach called for what was dubbed a core bridge baby, and BB00 was a lucky candidate assigned to play this role. However, Bridges subsequently abandoned the idea, their tests having failed to yield the desired results. And so it was that the model requiring multiple sacrificial BBs was ultimately adopted.
Meanwhile, Lou was placed into storage for an extended period, and for reasons yet unknown, inherited the identity of BB-28.
Records indicate that the Bridges research team was responsible for the reclassification.
Were they trying to cover up the earlier experiments by falsifying Lou's production year, perhaps? Or did Bridges have some other hidden agenda?
I'm afraid that remains unclear.
Well, we now know Lou was born 11 years ago. There may very well have been a connection with Neil.
You know, my fondness for this place isn't wholly nostalgic. It has the most delightful hot springs, you see. Though, truth be told, even they aren't my favorite thing about it. If you can find the time, you should come visit. Give the old bones a soak.
Oh, a warm bath does sound good.
Perfect treat for a weary traveler. Anyway, I'll see you aboard the Magellan.
Do you read me, Sam? This is Tarman. I've relocated my hand at last, out there on the currents, bobbing along like before. Now that our connection has been re-established, I should finally be in a position to wrap up repairs on the ship. But that won't be enough for what's coming. We need to improve our weaponry as well. South Fort Knot is home to an exceptional researcher. It so happens that they were instrumental in the construction of this fine vessel, and they're preparing the latest and greatest weapons for our use as we speak. Just a few more hurdles, Sam. Access the South Fort Knot delivery terminal and take care of the main order for me.
Thank you for coming. The Afterman child. You're the father.
Departing facility.
Hello, Sam. I finished preparing your next delivery for you. The equipment to enhance You'll find it utilizes cutting-edge technology. Oh, and my mentor also asked that you deliver... Anyway, take on...
Sam, you'll forgive me for using our private line again. I did a deep dive into the DHV Magellan's provenance. While it is indeed a civilian vessel that has been retrofitted for this mission, the financing for that work appears to have come from Bridget's own accounts, just like the funding for Drawbridge itself. It would be fair to say that this would make it a government vessel, in effect. Charlie was involved in all of the relevant transactions as well. This only increases the likelihood that Charlie has connections to the UCA. Of course, it now seems likely that Charlie does not exist. In which case, these actions may have actually been the work of APAC. If everything, including the extension of network infrastructure, was simply a pretext for territorial expansion, then it's plain our company has made a grave error. Further investigation is warranted, but that will require a little more time, as will the DHV Magellan's repairs, for that matter. This is a delicate situation that requires caution, and we cannot afford to ignore the threat that Higgs poses either. As such, your best course of action is to continue to undertake main orders and As always, I will contact you if and when I learn.
Took that one.
Wowzer! Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected.
Hello, and welcome to my... You must be... excellent. No way, you actually... You are a Cupid. Ah.
Now displaying your current portal grade.
What a like, I'm a Tarth. I heal people and fix natural. My theories have other applications. You see, I believe. Thank you.
Order complete.